We begin looking down a long hallway. We see a bunch of trash and crap just swirling in the wind, accosted by a weird sound, hard smash cuts between black and the hallway. And the first thing we hear is in Obama's iconic voice, America! And that's all you need to know of what this movie's about. It is about America. And we're introduced to our main character, Frankie, as he's walking down the street, gruffed up, smoking a cig. Frankie doesn't look like he's been having the best time as he's walking amongst the trash and the swirling wind. And then as the camera looks up, we see the billboards of John McCain and Obama. And the smash cut editing gives you the feeling of a hard life, and the billboards at the end tell you that all politicians are just products you buy into with your thoughts, and that's your currency. And that is an important thing. Even in a movie that's about gangsters, we see the importance of perception. The change Obama promised was dead on arrival. We aren't living in prosperous times, intentionally so. We don't control our destiny in this planned free market economy. Free being in quotes. And we're quickly introduced to our three main characters of Frankie, Squirrel, and Russell. These are low-level gangster guys. They are not above doing time. And they are trying to get rich quick. And Squirrel sets the stage for the allegory of the film. The 2008 financial crisis was basically a mob game getting robbed. A situation of the opportunistic robbing the evil. Marky represents the irresponsible stockbrokers and lenders of Wall Street. And even though they're already making a great amount of money, he decides to knock over his own game to get an even bigger payday, basically double dipping. And by messing up the mob economy, you also are messing up the American economy, which is what happened in 2008. Our stock market is a mob economy where the stock traders criminally prey on the average person. Squirrel then tells them of the angle of if we knock over the games again, Marky will be in trouble because everyone will know it was Marky who did it, even though he really wasn't the one who did it. But it's all about the importance of the perception. They know that the perception will be that everyone will point the finger at Marky. And the comical escapades commence. On the way to the heist, they chat about various things, mostly what they stuck their dicks in. They have dishwasher gloves to commit a heist, super tight stockings, a comically short sawed-off shotgun. As we know from the Adam McKay film, The Big Short, we know what the stock traders were doing was criminal, and it was only a matter of time before all fell apart. The same for Marky's game. All it took was a few opportunistic idiots to knock it all over. Some irresponsible lending, some people taking advantage of the system that was inherently built on lies, but had the perception that it was all okay and that it was part of the American dream to make a little bit of extra money, basically. Once this big heist is completed and this game is knocked over and the mob economy grinds to a halt again, basically we are going into financial crisis mode in the economy, or the mob economy. And now, similarly to how in 2008 went into a crisis. And so now we're introduced to the characters whose job it is to fix the crisis. And so we're introduced to Richard Jenkins and Brad Pitt's characters who are there to clean up the mess. And Pitt is of the opinion that it's less important about doing it right and more about getting people back to work, or better known in the allegory here as just giving the corporate bailout, keeping the corporations afloat, and getting through this and letting the economy churn over again and keep everyone moving along. It doesn't really matter who's really getting squashed in this one particular situation. They're the ones that are unlucky enough that it happened to them, but so what? Other people are suffering because of the inaction. Something that I don't think they obviously knew, but we have a very prophetic quote from Pitt's character, and that is, "This country is fucked, and a plague is coming." I doubt he was thinking literally, but boy oh boy, is that what happened. And we see more juxtaposition of the mob economy with the real economy. Even though it's wrong, Trapman needs to get hit. Obama knows that the bailing out the banks isn't right, but goes along with it because he can't lift the facade the same way Trapman can't lift the facade. There can't be an acknowledgement of the man behind the curtain. the perception, even if people can see through the perception on an individual level, as a whole, there can't be a lifting of the veil of how the system works. And you can even see with how Richard Jenkins' character handles the situation of talking with Brad Pitt about how everything is very him and hawing and not 100% sure. And even though they're talking about killing people and doing bad things, obviously, that he's still trying to nickel and dime for his best deal possible. And then we get to kind of go through I would say the rest of the movie after the big hit until we get to the end is sort of a lot of vanity of the spectacle of a mob movie. And they introduce a lot of great technical work to kind of zhuzh it up a little bit. And as an aside to my main concepts of the movie being about the 2008 financial crisis and concepts about America and how it all goes, I think there's a sub-theme of the concept that this movie is sort of meant to be a period on the concept of the American mob movie. I think that it's a commentary on how the concepts of things like The Godfather or Goodfellas or any types of these old mob movies are gone. The same way about how basically our conceptions of the American dream are gone. It's very odd that those two things are coincided with one another, but it's kind of true. Like, the concepts in The Godfather and The Goodfellas was basically guys breaking the law, doing their thing, and basically getting away with it all and being successful. The American dream of scamming people and getting away with it. Kind of the parallel to be drawn here. And also, they brought in classic American mob movie figures, Ray Liotta and James Gandolfini, to be in the movie. And what do both of them do? They're both idiots who end up falling to their own demise. They're old, they're dumb, and they're washed up, basically. The classic American mobster is washed up. He is too old to be successful and needs to be retired. And that's where we get Brad Pitt's character. Brad Pitt's character is sort of a neo-mobster. He doesn't take pride in being a mobster. He's just business for him. He is a postmodern mobster, basically. And the way Brad Pitt succeeds in the film is by basically using psychology, not brute strength, to manipulate the young guy into helping him find and kill Squirrel, and thereby fixing all the problems of the movie so that the mob economy can get back to where it is. And to be fair, if you're going into this movie blind, you're probably not going to pick up on all of these things. It's very much a movie that you need to rewatch to fully get all of the references, the parallels, the analogies. So just to make sure to basically let the cat out of the bag and help the viewer fully understand what the movie's truly about, the film ends with a scene between Richard Jenkins' character and Brad Pitt's character, where Brad Pitt is not happy with the amount of payment he's receiving for all of the murder he's committed. And Richard Jenkins basically tells him that, well, this is a relationship and you should, be understanding and know that this will just precipitate more work in the future if you play ball and blah, blah, blah. And I think that once again, that's another sign of the old world versus the new world, where the old world believed that this was about relationships. And I think once again, Brad Pitt's character is the neo-mobster, the postmodern mobster, and realizes that no, it's not about relationships. You're going to pay me what you owe me now. And there's a great shot of them at the bar, and there's an American flag draped in front of them. But in front of that is a cash register. And that's really the point that Brad Pitt is making, is that it is basically America is a cash register, a business that is draped in the patriotism and the fervor of American propaganda that was originally created by Thomas Jefferson. Thanks for listening to my analysis on Killing Them Softly. It'd be a big help if you could like and subscribe, and if you'd consider supporting me on Patreon, it goes a long way to helping me make more of these videos. Thanks.